Alex, does this Bible make you feel uncomfortable? Because we're here in a scientific laboratory.
Yes, we are.
Okay. Faith and reason. People talk about this movement called intelligent design. And I'd like you to define for us what intelligent design is, and then even address the pundits, that people that say that intelligent design is just a backdoor into creationism.
Okay, yeah. It differs from creationism because the intelligent design movement is generally driven by scientists who are using the scientific method to look at the natural world. And basically, they put out the proposition that certain features of our universe, certain features of life, are better explained by an intelligent agent or an intelligent cause. Now, they have a tendency to divorce themselves from creationists and say this is a scientific movement. Now, this process that they use has been used throughout scientific history. For example, when an archaeologist finds a odd-shaped rock or finds some cave drawings, they will determine immediately whether it's due to natural causes or an intelligent agent. So this is nothing new to science. Okay. Now, the intelligent design movement, though, has put out a few theories. I'm going to just cover two of the primary theories. The first one is the idea of specified complexity. What is specified complexity? If I have a piece of paper here and it has letters in the English language, it would be said that that is complexity. But if those letters spell out the Gettysburg Address, that is specified complexity. In other words, there's information contained within the complexity. Another example would be Mount Rushmore. You know, a mountain has complexity, Mount Rushmore, and the inscriptions of the presidents, that has specified complexity. If I, for example, have a set of blueprints to build a 3-story contemporary home with 5 bedrooms and 4 bathrooms, that is a set of specified plans. Now, in the same way, we see in the DNA, in the molecule, we see specialized complexity. We see the blueprints for say a human kidney or a kidney for a dog. These are specific plans that can only work within a certain parameter. Okay, so that's the first idea, is specified complexity. That's one of the first theories they put out there. And then they put out another theory more recently in 1996, Michael Behe, called irreducible complexity. And it's basically a response to what Darwin said. And here's a quote right out of Darwin's book. It says, if it can be demonstrated that any complex organ existed which could not possibly have been formed through successive slight modifications, then my theory would break down. In other words, the theory of evolution rests on this idea that there is slight modifications, but those modifications have to be beneficial. It has to advance the species. Great. So along comes Michael Behe and uses the analogy of a mousetrap. A mousetrap has 5 components. If you remove one of those components from a mousetrap, it does not work anymore. It no longer has an advantage. In the same way, he showed like there's many features within biology that work the same way. They have many parts. If you remove one part, it fails to work. He uses the example of a bacterial flagellum. He uses the example of the eye. There's many components. Now, what he theorized was that only for these components to work and give an advantage to the species, they basically all have to evolve simultaneously. And that would really defy the theory of evolution. And here's how Michael Behe defines intelligent design. He says intelligent design posits the idea that a system of information, specified complexity, and purpose must be the product of an intelligent agent. That is, that intelligent causes can do things causes cannot. So basically he says specified complexity, information, and purpose, and you have to conclude a designer. And he really lays it out in a scientific theory. And you know, all we got to do is look around our universe, Eric. You look at a Ford Mustang, information, specified complexity, purpose, must have a designer. Can't deny that. If you look at a computer program, again, you have these same features. Now look at an eye, look at a kidney, look at hearing. You know, even the smallest bacteria shows specified complexity, it shows purpose, and therefore it must be designed. And that, in a sum, is the intelligent design movement.
And I think that's hard to accept by some people because they can say, yeah, a Ford Mustang, an iPhone, whatever it is, yeah, I understand that. But somehow with natural things, the universe, the origin of life, somehow says, well, maybe that could happen.
Sure. And now that you say that, the intelligent design movement started with biology, but it has expanded to include the universe, our solar system, and it's bringing in now mathematics and looking at probability studies and things like that. So it is a movement that shows a lot of optimism. Once again, these are not Christians trying to prove the Christian God. They're scientists saying that these natural causes are best explained with an intelligent cause.